Greetings from the songwriting universe. You found Songs at the Center, the weekly series that celebrates the art and craft of songwriting, bringing you great songs, singers, and their stories. This time, we bring you a comedy special featuring musical comedians Heywood Banks, Steve Goodie, and Carla Ulbrich. Funding for Songs at the Center provided by
Amazon Web Services, cloud computing for the world.
And by the James Cancer Hospital.
At the James at Ohio State, a cancer diagnosis is never routine. That's why we opened the James Cancer Diagnostic Center, a place where you can turn if you think you have cancer. Learn more at cancer.osu.edu/diagnostic center.
Funding also provided by Jobs Ohio.
Must be the love, because it's driving me crazy, baby. Must be the love, yeah, because it's driving me crazy. I haven't been the same since you came into my life. Hey!
Now the creator and host of our show, singer-songwriter Eric Gnezda.
Welcome to Songs at the Center. We're the show that focuses on the life of the singer-songwriter, and this time we've got a really fun show for you. We're with Steve Goodie from Nashville. Thanks. Carla Ulbrich from New Jersey. Heywood Banks from Michigan. And all of these people with us are comedic songwriters. And Heywood, would you start it off for us?
Okay. Now? Okay, good. This is a true story, or this is a true story except for the part I make up at the end. So. You might hear bits of conversation as you pass through public places. Some loud talker on a cell phone, or a tiff at the next table. Most washed by and not remembered, but one evening last December, I passed two women talking by the front door of my hotel. I stopped and thanked them by the curb the moment that I heard their words, and said it was the finest line of eavesdrop I'd ever overheard. Their words stuck inside my head, so I wrote down the words they said, and with a hotel pen I wrote then they had to taser her again. 'Cause then they had to taser her. First time wasn't phasing her. Whatever she did it twice. Who was this gal? Why weren't she nice? They zapped her once. She improvised a twitchy breakdance, jazzercise. Didn't get the hint, 'cause then they had to taser her again. These swirling words did not relent, speculating about this incident, and it's gonna drive me crazy, wondering what went wrong. Were there warrants unresolved? How much alcohol was involved? And did her stepson remember to return to the trailer the next day to feed her snake? 'Cause then they had to taser her. First time wasn't phasing her. Whatever she did it twice. Who was this gal? Why weren't she nice? Her hair, it spiked. She spilled her bong. They upped the volts. She soiled her thong. Didn't get the hint, 'cause then they had to taser her again. No, she didn't catch the drift, 'cause then they had to taser her again.
Thank you, Heywood Banks. So that's a song idea that you actually got right here in Columbus, wasn't it? At a hotel?
I did. I'd done a gig, and I was on my way into the hotel. I parked my car, and I walked by these two women, and all I heard was, and then they had to taser her again. And I went, oh! I literally went, I was Tazer. I went, oh my God! And I turned around and said, thank you so much. And they looked at me and go, you know. Comedy was the only thing that I ever got any positive reinforcement for. I was like a C and D student in school, and so it wasn't any big leap for me to be funny, but people, I'd make some crack in 7th grade, and the whole class would laugh, and then I'd be out in the hall, and so that's kind of where I got my positive reinforcement.
Carla Ulbrich, you started out your career doing serious songs and somehow got off the track and you hit the gold mine finding comedic songs. What was it like the first time you got in front of an audience to play a comedic song?
Well, I have to be honest, I'm from a football town myself, and nobody noticed. They were like, Freebird! Hey, that was pretty much. I do remember the first time someone wrote a song for me.
Yeah.
I was really excited and flattered until I heard it. I've got a totally average woman. Stands about 5'3". I've got a totally average woman. Weighs about 153. I don't think we really needed to share that. She's a mean, mean woman. Statistically mean. Yeah, average. When she walks down the street, some people notice, some don't. When she walks down the street, some people notice, but in general, most people don't. Some guys will whistle, twice as many won't. She can make a blind man hear, make a deaf man see. She could have any guy who is no better or worse than me. I've got a totally average woman, IQ of 100. Just 100. She's a mean, mean woman, statistically mean. She takes all my money, invests it in a mutual fund. She takes all my hard-earned money, invests it in a highly diversified dividend-producing mutual fund. We will probably retire in a style to which we are accustomed. Well, every night she beats me. Lord, she beats me so bad. Okay, this took a dark turn, sorry. Hang in there. Every night she beats me. Oh, Lord, how she beats me so bad. It's humiliating. She's the toughest Scrabble partner I have ever had. She can let a sleeping dog lie, send a dead man to his grave. When she was a young child, she would occasionally misbehave. I've got a totally average woman, stands about 5'3.7". She's a mean, mean woman, statistically mean. Baby, I would walk over room temperature coals for you.
Thank you, Carla Ulbrich.
First time I sang a funny song that I wrote, I waited until the last night of song camp at 3 o'clock in the morning when there was only 3 of us left. And it was the last night, so I guess I was thinking, well, I'm never going to see these people again. And I said, I'll pull out this one song that's just, it's too psychotic. but who cares? I'm leaving tomorrow. And I played it, and they were like, why have you been hiding this all week? I'm like, you like it? So that, little did I know that one of those guys would become my husband, and the other one was recording the whole thing. So.
Steve Goodie is with us from Nashville. You're gonna do something we rarely have done on the show. You're gonna sing a rap song.
I'm gonna do a little hip hop because I've noticed we haven't had any, and that won't do. Also, my favorite thing in the world is naughty language, but this is PBS and we're not supposed to do any naughty language. But what I really like more than actual dirty words is words that sound dirty, but they're not. There's lots of them, and I collect them. My favorite lately is matriculate. Anybody know what that means? Shout it out. To graduate? Actually, that's a relatively specific meaning. It generally means to go from one part of your life to another. A big change, a big transition. That's matriculate. But to a lot of younger ears, particularly younger female ears, that word sounds like it means moist, but with 4 syllables. And that makes things uncomfortable, and I enjoy that. So I've written a whole song about that, and it's gonna solve a problem we've had all night long, which has been a complete lack of hip-hop. Go. Some words you've heard, they sound so naughty, but they're quite innocuous. Gosh darn it, by golly, you can say them in church, or in Abu Dhabi, or in Hobby Lobby, probably. I had a cocktail in Bangkok watching Netflix, found a pilot who dictates in the cockpit. Now I'm reading Moby Dick, sperm whales really sick, blowing out your blowhole, I'm plowing with my backhoe. Yo. Your diphthong is cool, your uvula rules. You should masticate a kumquat and some head cheese too. My asymptote is straight, though I might asphyxiate. Choking down some tataki that I shouldn't have ate. A beagle bitch is a tracker, your shih tzu a slacker. Forget Tampa Bay, I love my Green Bay Packers. Astronauts get famous, circling Uranus like a concert pianist or President Ignoramus. It's always gratifying when my shuttlecock's flying. I whacked it with my joystick, so satisfied. If it's his or it tain't, is Peter a saint? All the tea bags in China made your mama faint. I might be out of line, you got a cute angina, your pussy willow's fine, but this is asinine. I got cotton balls, meatballs, snowballs, cheese balls, tennis balls, softballs, matzo balls, and sleaze balls, yo. There's a family of birds made up of naughty words like cockatoo, peafowl, nuthatch, woodpecker, sapsucker, something else, and swallow. These words I've heard, they do sound filthy, but I say them on the air and come back not guilty. There might be some more, yeah, I might have missed them, but you'll never lock me up in your penal system. Words. The comedy began when I got Mad Magazine subscription when I was about 11. But right around then, I also discovered a whole lot of music, including the Beatles and stuff, and I was able to borrow a 4-track reel-to-reel from the film lab in my high school and did a lot of fooling around. I'd like borrow some Beatles tracks and then improve them. And that was, there's nothing funny about that, but I was also starting to listen to Weird Al and start changing the words to songs myself. So it kind of all side by side happened, and then they kind of came together.
A piano and a bottle or two, a little fire to get in the mood. I've been dreaming forever of getting together and making some magic with you. Though we don't know each other that well, the chemistry might really gel. The kids and the wife are gone overnight, we'll have the whole place to ourselves. So why don't you just come over? Let passion flow all night long. Let's get on a roll, let's bare our souls, let's do it. Let's write a song. We can start with a smooth melody, then create sweet harmony. You be my guest, grab the part you like best. The bottom or top works for me. So why don't you just come over? We've already waited too long. or slow, 3 minutes or so. Let's do it. Let's write a song. We might both regret it in the end, or might turn around and do it again. Or if you have someone else in mind, a three-way would be just fine. So why don't you just come over? We'll go at it all night long. I got a groove that won't quit. You got a pair of big hits. Let's do it. Get down to it. Let's make music. Let's write a song. So now there's a story behind that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. You want to tell the story? I recorded that at his studio in Nashville. By the way, he plays a whole lot of instruments, and any of you who are looking for, you know, a good person to record, he's the guy. But I recorded that, and the last line, he says, Eric, I don't think that line works.
That's not quite what I said.
What did you say?
I said it's cheap. You're better than that, Eric. About the pair of big hits. It's like I said, come on. And then he played it at the Bluebird, and that killed. So don't ever listen to me.
This episode of Songs at the Center comes to you from the McConnell Arts Center in Worthington, Ohio, always offering a series of performances, exhibitions, and cultural opportunities through both ticketed and free events.
Heywood Banks, you have a kitchen utensil there, and I think I know why. You're going to do probably your most famous song, and we're so pleased and honored you're going to do it on Songs at the Center.
This is a two-slice toaster. I don't know what you people do for a living, but I have actually made a living beating on a toaster for over 35 years. Well, God bless America. And kids all over the world have won their talent contest using this song from kindergarten, first grade, all the way up to through college, every type of scouting camp, religious camp, whatever. They have won their contest using this song, and not one of those little has sent me a nickel. And let's go. All around the country and coast to coast, people always say, what do you like most? I don't want to brag, I don't want to boast. I always tell them I like toast. Yeah, toast! Yeah, toast! I get up in the morning about 6 a.m. Have a little jelly, have a little jam. Take a piece of bread, put it in the slot, push down the lever, and the wires get hot. I get toast. Yeah, toast! Now, there's no secret to toasting perfection. There's a dial on the side, and you make your selection. Push to the dark or the light, and then, if it pops too soon, press down again, make toast. For many years now, I've been a booster for the browning of the bread inside a toaster. If it gets burned, I just start hollering. 'Cause don't you know I'm lactose intolerant? Burnt toast! Beep, 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 toasty toast. Oh, you monsieur, bonjour, coquette. Oh, croissant et Chevy Corvette. Maurice Chevalier, Eiffel Tower. Oh, oui, ma Rebecca, bonsoir. French toast. French toast. In Chicago and Columbia. Yeah, toast. Yeah. Toast.
Thank you, Heywood. Thanks. Carla Ulbrich from New Jersey.
Thanks, y'all. All right, so my husband is a Mets fan. Hold your applause. and we were at a game, and some fan, just for no reason, ran out in the field in the middle of the game. And the security came and tackled him. And the next day, have y'all ever seen the New York Post? It's a pretty well-known paper, known for such tasteless headlines as "Headless Body Found in Topless Bar." That newspaper. The next day, the New York Post says, "Mets fan obliterated by security." I was like, wow, he was reduced to a subatomic state? And I missed it. Gotta get some binoculars. Anyway, I thought the use of adjectives has gotten a little bit sloppy lately, and that's my diatribe. No one simply says good job anymore. Everything is perfect and awesome. Seriously, would people even recognize now perfect things if they saw some? My brownies came out pretty good this time. I appreciate all of the praise, y'all. Delicious, tasty, yummy, okay, but really, they aren't amazeballs. Word inflation. Words are meaningless. Word inflation. It's a hot, hot mess. A trend that cannot be reversed. Everything is either the best or the worst. I can't stand it. Word inflation. It's like the totally worst thing to ever happen on this planet. He annihilated the argument. No, he simply raised an objection. Then he went on a deranged rant. It's called having a vocal inflection. I get when you want to make a point, but why do we need all the hype, though? Oh man, what an epic fail. Dude, it was just a typo. Word inflation. Language is eroding. Word inflation. It's literally exploding when every little thing is breaking news. You've got no choice, words left to choose. Where do you go? Word inflation. ROTFLMAO. Rolling on the floor, laughing. Oh, come on, you're just sitting in a chair. You're not even smiling. With the death of the superlative, we'll need wheelbarrows full of adjectives. No words left for future generations. They're gonna have to use scientific notation. It'll be a disaster to the 100th power. Word inflation. It caused the fall of Rome. Word inflation. A verbal thunderdome. It's taking the world by storm. Hyperbole is now the norm, and it's a crime. Word inflation. I've said it a million times. A million? Oh, yes, at least. Word inflation. Thank you.
Thank you, Carla. Carla Ulbrich, Steve Goodie, and Heywood Banks. And thank you for watching. We hope that you'll tune in to TV stations all across America where you'll always find Songs at the Center. I'm Eric Gnezda, and we'll see you next time.
about Songs at the Center at songsatthecenter.tv. Funding for Songs at the Center provided by Jobs Ohio.
Must be the love, because it's driving me crazy, baby. Must be the love, yeah, because it's driving me crazy. I haven't been the same since you came into my life. Hey!
Additional funding provided by
At the James at Ohio State, a cancer diagnosis is never routine. That's why we opened the James Cancer Diagnostic Center, a place where you can turn if you think you have cancer. Learn more at cancer.osu.edu/diagnostic center.
Additional funding for Songs at the Center provided by Amazon Web Services, cloud computing for the world.